starts Saturday, 27th July, live on 10 Sports.
Would you believe it? Stop him if you can! How much more can this game produce? Right at the end of any time! And so there will be more.
UEFA Euro 2024, live on 10 Sports.
I'm pretty heated up right now.
Watch WWE Raw on 10 Sports.
Watch Sri Lanka versus India. This rivalry has given reasons to celebrate for every generation. What will be your reason this time? Sri Lanka versus India starts Saturday, 27th July, live on 10 Sports.
It's the 4th Royal Green T20 International, Zimbabwe versus India 2024. The 5th will be tomorrow, the 14th of July. Make sure you make a date for that. And if Zimbabwe can restrict India to that 152 they got, led by the captain Sikandar Raza, then it'll be a grand finale. Contributions as well from Marumani, 32 and 21, Wesley Madevere 25 and 24. He was exceptional. It was 28 balls for that 46, Sikandar Raza. Came in at a time where he just took a bit of time to get going, but once he did, he hit the Indian bowling attack to all parts of the ground. Zimbabwe would have loved him to bat right up until the end. He could have made a 15 to 20 run difference to that 152 total. Opening partnership, a good one, 63 and 54. Their third half century opening stand, those two, Madevere and Marumani, in this format.
Debutant for India, Tushar Deshpande, was expensive in his first spell. Came back nicely to pick up that wicket of Sikandar Raza. Khalil Ahmed finished things off well with a 5-run over in the 20th to finish at 2 for 32. Spinners consistent as always, Bishnoi and Washington, the wicket apiece for Abhishek. In fact, Abhishek Sharma was the one who picked up that with that carom ball. Rinku Singh was busy in the outfield today. Some good catching from him.
Yeah, the Zimbabwean openers took on that big boundary and didn't have the strength and the muscle to clear it. This was the demise of Brian Bennett. And the unfortunate run out of Jonathan Campbell. He was second in the series. Nowhere near his ground. Then it was the captain towards the end of the innings, Sikandar Raza, skying this one. Pace off the ball from Deshpande.
The final couple of wickets to fall were in the last over. Khalil Ahmed using that slower ball effectively again. Last ball of the innings accounted for Madande. So to win the series, India will need 153 runs in 20 overs. Only the second time that they're chasing. The first time wasn't successful. So they'll be wary of that. Should be an interesting chase ahead.
Clive Madande just giving a few words of encouragement definitely to the team before they make their way out. They will know how important early wickets will be. Effective in the power play will give them a chance with this Indian side. But Abhi, it looks certainly the best surface we've seen. We are at Arai Sports Club. Has hosted 250 plus ODIs over the years. One of only 5 grounds to do so. What a wonderful facility this is.
I've loved my time here, Tino. Beautiful facilities. The weather has been brilliant. And the crowds have come into today, being a weekend. It's a packed house here. The Harare Sports Club eagerly waiting in anticipation if Zimbabwe can pull off what they did last Saturday. And I really wish they were aggressive. Woof at the top of the innings hasn't worked as much. It'd be great to have Garava and Blessing Muzirabani straight up target. The two Indian openers, Jaiswal and Gill, both prolific in their own right. One of the top batters to come through the ranks from under-19 cricket now to men's. 538 runs for him, but look at that strike rate, touching 160. 450s and 100 already, his fledgling career. And he will be opening the batting alongside the skipper of this Indian team, Shubman Gill. 18 innings for him as well. Slightly lower strike rate, 140. He's got 100 himself. High score by an Indian batter, 126 not out. 250s and 100 for him.
Rigid Garava. We didn't see him in the first couple of matches in the series, just struggling with an injury. Back in and contributing for his country's cause. His 54th match, 62 wickets. Alright, Sports Club filling up nicely for this Indian run chase this afternoon. 153. They'll need in 20 overs to win this 4th T20 International. Mid-off, the very square cover. Backward point. Deep backward square leg and third man are the two boundary fielders. There is a slip in as well. Here we go. Struck away in front of that point fielder. Come back for 2. Bennett and Madevere do the chasing.
It's been both a strength and a shortcoming sometimes for Yashasvi Jaiswal. Loves playing off the back foot, especially square of the wicket. Loves playing that square drive, but the pull shot has cost his dismissal a couple of times, even back home in the IPL. An extra bounce of Garava, something he should be wary of.
Earlier at the pitch report about the Zimbabwean bowlers being a little bit taller, or Muzarabani a lot taller than their Indian counterparts, and you'd expect that they'll bowl a length slightly shorter as they don't swing the ball around so much. Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it. Just reined himself in right at the end.
Doesn't like to stay quiet for too long, Yashasvi Jaiswal. We were talking about the release points, we're talking about the lengths. Much taller, both of them 6'7", 6'8". The Zimbabwe bowlers. What we've seen is because in the power play they come on much later. Their lengths are slightly more fuller than the Indian bowlers. This is probably the first time in the series that Zimbabwe are starting with a pacer.
That'll go away. And probably to the boundary. Does.
A width on offer this time. The slip came out, extra protection, so Garava thought maybe could test him out outside off stump, but loves hanging on that back foot. Yashasvi Jaiswal, that's an area of strength for him. And that's his first boundary.
Yeah, that ball just sped away after bouncing on the pitch, which was obviously hard and dry. Oh, that's a beauty. There's a fielder back, but he won't get there. Jonathan Campbell. 2 straight, 2 full.
Exactly the start India wanted. And they've got it courtesy Yashasvi Jaiswal. Short and wide the previous delivery. This time, full and on the pads. Just a flick of the wrists and it speeds away. Didn't even bother running Yashasvi Jaiswal. Back-to-back boundaries for him. It's looking ominous, Tino.
It is indeed. Uncharacteristic start from Garava. And this one will be called wide. Very unlike him. Normally on the ball straight away in his first over. And hitting consistent, good areas.
You can just get the feeling that he's still working his way back from injury. Just trying to get a feel if things didn't play in the first 2 T20Is. Is usually very consistent, like you say. Hits that back of the length hard on with a nice seam.
That's smashed away. Hasn't got all of it as he would have liked, but got enough of it to get 4 and end the first over. Very good start for India in the run chase, 15 for none.
जब मुकाबला हो सूरज और जरासीम से तो जीतो with Dettol Cool, जो करे बॉडी को 5 डिग्री तक कूल। पाव पाव जानता है कि संडे पे काम से सब होते हैं ख्वार। Don't worry, फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
डॉलन स्लायर न्यू यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बने एसी जो चले सोलर एनर्जी पर अपने पावर शिफ्ट फीचर की बदौलत। रिमोट पर दिए गए फीचर से 50 और 75% एम्पियर लॉक करें। आपका एसी चले जनरेटर और यूपीएस पर भी, क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
As he almost always does. 55 matches for him, one more than his counterpart, opening bowling partner. Garava 64 wickets, best of 3 for 14. And full, very full, ended up being the Yorker length.
The last ball of the previous over sometimes cost his dismissal. Jaiswal, not this time around, didn't have enough pace or bounce on it. He could flat bat it over mid-on. Just had enough to take it through to his third boundary in the over. 14 runs of 6 balls for Yashasvi Jaiswal.
That is such a good shot. Yes, it's a bad ball, but how well did he dispatch this?
That's a great way to get off the mark, the Indian skipper. It was short. It was near his left shoulder, and he loves playing that short arm pull. Usually does it in front of square. Just had to help it on its way.
Through the offside this time. It won't have enough to get to that big boundary. Sikandar Raza gives chase, but they should come back for 3.
It's not been the start that Zimbabwe would have wanted. It's exactly the start for India and Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Quick singles in the Under-19 ICC Cricket World Cup held in South Africa in 2020. Yashasvi Jaiswal was adjudged the player of the series. A left-hander ending the tournament with 400 runs, an average of 133. We had the benefit of being part of the World Cup commentary team a few months ago, and that story is a clear one. So many cricketers go through that tournament and become world stars.
It's almost like a fast-track access to the senior team. So many graduates from the under-19 level. Shubman Gill was also player of the tournament, if I remember right. Jaiswal, Ravi Bishnoi, part of the under-19s. So we have a few graduates from that level. And all of them, you add the IPL experience in the mix. They're finished products by the time they come to international level.
Yeah, a couple of Zimbabweans in this team were part of the Zimbabwe Under-19 World Cup team in 2020 as well. Dion Myers was the captain.